Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm sure we're all tired of searching through SAM.gov. It's by far the most unintuitive platform for searching or finding anything. And no wonder we have a lot of YouTube videos on how to search SAM.gov. It's an actual issue. You don't see people making videos about how to search on Google. Why? Because searching on Google actually works. But for SAM.gov, it's just a headache, and it's the first blocker for a lot of small businesses and people in the government contracting space because it's just annoying. It's not intuitive. The UI is just flat out ugly, and what makes it even worse, searching does not work. So today I'm going to have an exercise, and I'm going to show you why searching on SAM.gov sucks and why you need to be proactive about finding an alternative. And I'm going to show you my way of how I actually deal with this and how finding government contracts for me is an absolute breeze. I never even bother with it. Like, it's not something that throughout my day bothers me at all. I've talked with few businesses and they say like searching on sam.gov is so annoying. I don't even think about searching, to be honest. It's just so easy. And I'm going to show you exactly my way and how you can implement that for your business as well. So first, I'm going to show you what I think is so bad about SAM.gov. One is you have to click on this, by the way, just to be able to search for contract. You have to click on contracting. That by itself, probably 50% of people would spend quite a bit of time just to find this, and then you'll get these filters. Let's say my business specializes in cleaning HVAC services. That's what I do. And I search for that using the keyword search. Unfortunately, I'm getting no matches found. How? How is that possible given that I have a cleaning for HVAC system contract on sam.gov that is active? So obviously, the search then is not working for me. If I don't get an exact keyword for what's mentioned in the title, in the order that it's supposed to be there, and then if it's not mentioned as well in the description, then I'm going to have no luck finding a really important government contract for my business. So this way I'm missing on a lot of opportunities by just relying on the keyword search. Another thing that you'll find a lot of people on YouTube say is you need to use the NAICS code to find these government contracts. Well, let's actually try that. So the NAICS code for example, medical, dental, and hospital equipment and supplies for wholesalers is 42350. That's just one for medical supplies, and you see you're only getting 8 results. That's not ideal because I know if I was to, for example, write down medical supplies here and remove the NAICS code, I see 21 results because I only chose one NAICS code. You have to have all the NAICS codes to actually find opportunities in your space, and the contracting officer might have put the wrong code altogether, or it might be a different one from the one you think is the right NAICS code. Another thing that you have to do is you have to choose the set aside yourself. You have to filter by those as well, and you have to keep performing these searches. What I find also is difficult as well. I'm okay with everything we talked about now. I think you can find some way to do this. Is the difficult to read titles. Like, in most cases, I cannot tell anything really from the title. And let's go to something that's maybe easier to understand. Maybe this one. I don't know if, even if you know what Neptune rover is, I don't think you, or equal to, I don't think that's a good title. The numbers, it's just very difficult to read, and in most cases you have to click, go here, read a long description. And also it's not easy. Like, as human beings, I think it's impossible for us to read text like this. It's just not in the human nature to read a long description like this. So just to understand what this is talking about, and then you have a title like this, brand name or equal to. For every one of the search results, I have to do this, go back, come here, click on this again, and go scroll down and read another long description to understand if this is a good, just to decide if it's a good bid or no bid for me. I don't think that's okay. And for all of these reasons, which I'm sure you agree with me that sam.gov sucks, like searching on this is not easy at all. Well, now you're going to ask me what's an alternative. And today, that's my goal. I'm going to show you what I use and what a lot of small businesses use to find government contracts. And that's called SamSearch.co. So With searching for government contracts, I could just click here, and then I have the option to choose between federal, state, grants, and SBIR. So not only I'm able to search for SAM.gov government contracts, I'm also able to search for all states, all cities, and a lot of local municipalities, counties, and universities. So just by default, I'm getting access to a way bigger database. Now let's say I search for federal and I type in HVAC maintenance. The good thing about each one of the results I'm getting, I'm able obviously to here just with one click choose I want active now, and I can choose here the contract type easily. With this just one, I could look at each one of these contracts. I could read the description, right? And this is an AI generated summary. So we're able to see that the Department of Defense, specifically the Department of Army, is seeking contracts for HVAC equipment repairs and replacements. And then we're getting pre-solicitation deadline, all this information. I want you to recognize how this is, we're searching for HVAC maintenance, but because it's an AI smart search, it understood that repairs and replacement, HVAC equipment repairs and replacement is the same thing at HVAC maintenance. This would not happen in SAM.gov. As you can see, the title is HVAC equipment repairs and replacement. Another one, for example, this one, we are getting the department. So we see the department, we see what the services they're asking for, soliciting bids for HVAC maintenance services, and then we're getting also the set aside and the next code. And then you're also getting all of this information that's important to you quickly. So just with this, I'm able to quickly make bid, no bid decisions. Do I really want to do this, or do I not want to bid on this? As simple as that. I could save this, come back to it later. I'm going to have multiple examples to show you really how I do this. So let's try medical supplies. This is a different one. And as you can see here, I'm filtering by active only because I don't want to waste my time reading through results that are past due date. And as you can see here, with SAM.gov, you would have opportunities that say they're active, but then once you look at the deadline, it's past due. So again, you spend so much time reading the description, all of that, and then you miss the deadline that's written in small letters, and boom, you wasted so much time. So with this, I'm trying to search for medical supplies. And as you can see here, the Defense Logistic Agency, it captured that they're looking for initiative focused on hospital supply equipment and related supplies. Again, it doesn't have to be the exact word, it's able to capture it. And then with each one of the results, I'm getting an AI generated summary so I could quickly tell, do I want to do this or not? I'm not wasting time, I'm not spending a lot of time doing this. And I'm going to show you just one more, just so you could see the value of being able to do searches like this quickly. And I'm getting a lot of results, as you can see, because if you have a search engine that's smart, it will be able to give you as many results as the database has. Whereas with SAM.gov, you're always limited because it's not capturing a word that has to be in the description or the title. It's frustrating, to be honest. But let's say I'm looking into renting spaces for the government. I made the big mistake of not searching for lease, for example, or the word leasing. And this search, I was able to find government contracts that are seeking proposals for fully serviced lease of approximately, and here's you can see the size in Alaska. Obviously, you can filter by whatever you want to filter. You can also mention the location here. If you only lease in Alaska, you could just put that in, and as you can see here, you'll be able to see these, just the ones in Alaska. You could filter by whatever you want. You can mention the next code here. You don't have to put in the set aside code. You could just put it in the description. It will understand it. And you can modify your search. You can say whatever you want here. It will find you the most relevant thing. But to go back to our example, you can see here that here it says Air Force Hub Recruiting Office. I can guarantee you if you write rent space, actually I'll do it. In SAM.gov, you will not find this. I can guarantee you that. Let's just put this here and search, and I'm going to remove the set aside. And as you can see here, no match is found. But with a smart search engine, you're able to it was able to understand that leasing is the same thing as renting a space. And same as you can see here, this one it also captured the Alaska part. Now let's say I want to rent spaces, but I just want to show you that it captured the leasing part. So see, you can see here the lease term is 60 months. There's no mention here in rent, right? I could, for example, say leasing of office space, for example. See, lease of office space. This one is easy. I think maybe Sam.gov. Let's play a game. Do you think Sam.gov will capture this or not? Will Sam.gov surprise us and show us a result for this one? No, too bad. But I thought it would, to be honest, because it has the words lease of office space in the title, but it didn't show it. So as you can see here, this one, I just typed in leasing of office space and it gave me results. The good thing about this, I could just switch like this, and now I'm searching across all states. I'm now searching across states, counties, like you can see here. The South Dakota state government seeking proposals for multi-agency leased office space. This one as well, Virginia Department of General Services seeking proposals for real estate lease. So with just one click, I was able to search across all states and not just on the federal level like SAM.gov. Another thing that I want to show you, let's say we do not want to do the searches every single day. I would be bored as well if I had to come here every single day to click search for leasing of office spaces and I don't, I would be bothered. But what you can do with SamSearch is you can schedule search alerts. So I'll show you how this would look. So let's say I search for medical center, for example, and then I want to be notified of anything that has any relation to medical center or medical equipment, whatever. Let's say medical equipment. And I want the frequency. I want to be notified of government contracts on a daily basis that have dimension or even that are relevant to medical equipments, right? I'm just going to type in, add in the S. And then I want the notice type here. I could be specific. I only want, for example, sources sought, or I want solicitations. So I want to be notified for, let's say, I want to be notified for everything. And now I click on create new query. Now what happens is I'll get alerts to my email with government contracts and their summary to my email, and then I could easily click on them, bid on them, understand them, and move on with my life. I can show you, let me show you my email. So as you can see here, this is an email that I got of an email alert, and I was searching for medical center, and I got opportunities on the federal level, as you can see here, this one, and I get a summary, I get the deadline, and I get the notice type, and then I can go and click on it. So somebody else, like an AI, is doing the searches for me. I'm not going every single day and searching. And it's also searching across state, local, and education. And if possible, if it finds any grants that are even remotely, it will send you those as well. So this way, I am not doing the searches. The AI is doing the search for me. And it's doing it not just on the federal level, but across federal, state, local, and education, also grants. Another thing that's pretty nice about this is I have all of these attachments. It's going to be a challenge reading through these, especially if I'm not even sure if this is a good opportunity for me or not. What I can do is I can summarize these. I can ask AI to summarize these attachments before I click through them, waste my time reading a long text just for nothing. So I could ask the AI, I could just click on whatever I think is relevant and ask the AI to summarize those for me. As you can see here, we're getting detailed summary, the document, what it's talking about, what needs all the details. So I know exactly if I should even pursue reading this document to get an idea first, what it's talking about. It's a good first step for me. As you can see here, this is a different one. We're getting all the details that are in the attachment. And this could be a really long attachment, like pages. So this way I saved myself a lot of time. Another thing that's nice is I can use the Ask SamSearch AI. And this will get a context of the description and all the attachments. As you can see here, we have all of these attachments, and now it has context for all of them. So I could ask it questions. I could say, for example, give me a summary of this opportunity. And now it's going to go through all the documents and pull out a summary from all of them. As you can see here, we're getting details about what we need to do, the leasing requirement, building specification, parking requirement, lease term, the proposal submission method. And here you can ask whatever questions you want. I could ask, what are the leasing requirements, for example? Let me stop this correctly. And now I'm going to get details on this. So I'm not just only able to search, I'm not just able to make quick quick bid, no bid decisions in search, I'm also making it so easy for me to understand these documents. Because government contracting, if people were able to understand the documents, understand all the requirements easily, you would see so much competition for government contracting. It just because the United States government is the best customer in the world. That's just a fact. But people, because it's behind all of these difficult websites and difficult requirements and long text and government contracting jargon, a lot of people are not even getting into the space. This breaks the wall for people that are trying to get into the space. And then there's a step further, which is generate a proposal, but I'll leave that for later because the video is too long already. Don't take my word. Go and see what other businesses have said about SamSearch. As you can see here, people from big companies, small businesses, KPMG, you have people, founder of businesses, small businesses, bigger businesses that have found a lot of government contracts, won a lot of government contracts, and streamlined the process of finding government contracts on a state, local, and most importantly, federal level. Don't miss out on government contracts and go ahead and get your SAM search because it will make your life easier, especially if you are serious about government contracting and you don't want to spend your life wasting your time on SAM.gov. I hope this was helpful. You can check the link for SAM search in the comments. First comment will be pinned, and see you soon.